The name's Bond. James Bond.
No. I am your
fathers, brothers, nephews.
Why so serious?
Cousin's former roommate.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am.
Hey, I'm out here today on a Wednesday. We are about to watch the first trailer for the new Disney film Cruella. So Here we go.
Here we go.
From the very beginning, I realized I saw the world differently than everyone else.
Red hair.
You look like MJ.
That didn't sit well with some people.
Gwen Stacy, MJ,
But
Cruella.
I wasn't for everyone. I guess they were all
Oh, there you got the
scared
double.
that I'd be a psycho.
She Harley Quinn.
But a new day brings new opportunities. And I was
It
ready
looks
to make a
good.
statement.
Yeah, no,
Oh, you got the dogs.
How does the saying go?
Oh, look at that fire.
I am woman, hear me roar.
Catwoman. Yeah, Catwoman line and Bat.
Batman vibes with the bat.
I know.
Ooh, that's like... What's it?
Thing
Like
is,
Bellatrix was Strange or
I was
something.
born brilliant. Born bad. And a little bit
Then we had like a punk rock. You know,
Yeah. Oh, fire. More fire.
I'm Cruella.
Okay.
I'm
Alright.
Cruella. I'm sorry. That's not a line to end on.
Alright, so what do you think of the trailer?
I thought it was good. I found it like it truly looks as if from the trailer that we're really going to be delving into kind of the descent into madness.
Almost like,
You know,
Maleficent.
yeah.
What
So
do you
we're
mean
kind of from what it looks like from the start of the trailer, you can clearly see that she looks like normal person and everything else, and then from there you can really see how she was like psychopath is a word that gets dropped in the trailer, which is clearly defines Cruella DeVille. She is a psychopath. And all this other stuff. So you can, and then her image completely changes into the more iconic image with the black and white hair and everything else. So I think you're going to see the descent into madness.
Yeah.
But another thing that looking at this, I have a worry about is because it clearly seemed as if someone was driving her to madness. I don't think I like that because you're going like, oh, there's a reason for every bad person doing a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand, like, in real life, yes, there whether that's justified or not, there are cause and effect. It's a fact of life. In stories, you like, especially in children's stories, like the 101 Dalmatians, you like having clear-cut heroes and villains. Makes it easier for kids to understand. This isn't necessarily geared specifically towards kids.
Well, I mean, it is and it isn't. The trailer doesn't make it look like it is, but it is a Disney film.
Right.
It will be on Disney Plus eventually. Obviously, the 101 Dalmatians is a known property from the 2D animation film to the 90s live action.
Right.
With Glenn Close playing Cruella, and she made that role iconic back in the day. You also had like Jeff Daniels in the original, and Hugh Laurie played one of the henchmen who went on to play House.
Oh yeah.
So
I didn't even realize that.
So I don't know, like with Mark Strong in here, the bald guy. I don't know if he's gonna end up being one of the henchmen down the road.
Yeah. Well, they showed that one shot of her of like the pest van, which is clearly alluding to kidnapping the Dalmatians.
And yeah, the Dalmatians, she growling at her when she walked in.
I guess the question is like, is this her point of? Is this a before the 101 Dalmatian story, or are we gonna delve into that part as well, or is like this one gonna end with? Because the actual human characters in 101 Dalmatians, the man
Yeah.
and the woman.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic from the 2000s.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He's in there.
Okay, well, you have those two people, but it's going like, so where is because the Cruella is supposedly like a friend of the woman.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
blanking on the name.
she's her designer. Like, Quill's like the designer.
Uh-huh.
And then the woman who gets caught up with Jeff Daniels
Right.
works for Quilla.
Right. So
And,
like we need to I think that relationship needs to kind of get like defined, because it clearly shows that, in the 101 Dalmatians was that, they were married and then they had like, money problems and stuff like that. So I guess if you're setting up that movie or a remake of that movie or however you're doing it, but there needs to, I would like to see something along that to really get the, coming back of bringing it back to the original source material.
And this is directed by Craig Gillespie. He did I, Tonya, Margot Robbie, and then also Fright Night, the remake, with Colin Farrell and Anton Yelchin. He has an interesting vibe, as a director. He's done like $1 Million Arm, the baseball film for Disney. So he's jumped to horror, to sports dramas, to skating dramas like I, Tonya. So this definitely had like a punk rock feel to it.
Yeah. Like in one scene, they're showing off the outside of the mansion. You can see like Cruella.
And just the wardrobe is like more leather and black, and getting that vibe.
Right.
And also, one of the writers on this film is the same writer who did The Devil Wears Prada. So
which would make sense, because that's kind of
very much
like that's the background plot is basing itself around like
Meryl
design.
Streep is a designer. Is evil to her workmates like Anne Hathaway, and you also get that vibe. So when I'm watching this, I'm like, yeah, I got a little bit of that Devil Wears Prada vibe, just because of finding out that one of the actual writers is the same writer.
Right.
So we'll see. I mean, it comes out at the end of May, Memorial Day weekend. Right now it says it's going to be in theaters, but, we'll see if that ends up being 100%.
Yeah, COVID has ruined everything.
Obviously this is a movie you can also just put on Disney Plus.
Right, and that's actually something to bring up, is that, unlike HBO Max and Warner Brothers, who said, everything's going on both in theaters and, on HBO Max, so far, there's not really a Disney Plus announcement. It's like, when it said in theaters. It did not say in theaters and Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So that is something to take into effect of what's possibly going to happen.
And I think they're going to, at least for now, they're going to try and get it in theaters. Because like we said before, it's a known property.
Yeah.
It's a known title. Character. So that, to them, Disney's like, hey, this isn't just some random, whatever. This is a known property that we can put in theaters and make our money on it, rather than just throwing it on Disney Plus and here, free.
Yeah, true. I mean, I can get that, but then you also bring it back into the bigger stuff of, we're still in a pandemic. There are entire states that are not like, how we are here in Georgia. So they like.
I mean, that isn't going to be a problem. Because once again, it's geared toward kids, but if families aren't taking their kids to the movie theater,
right?
You're not going to make your money.
Are you going to all grab together with your, like you, your wife, or your husband, and your 2 kids, and all 4 of you go out to go to the movie theater to go deal with all that and all that stuff? That might not be a risk that for some families are going to do.
Yeah.
In this time, they might still not be doing stuff like that.
I think Disney. I think we're gonna wrap it up here, but I think Disney's gonna wait and see how their animated film Raya and the Last Dragon that comes out in March. That's gonna be in theaters and on Disney Plus. But I think they're gonna really be looking at the theater numbers to see how well it does, because that's an animated kid film.
Right.
And then the numbers are good and all. I think they'll stick with their plan and put it in theaters. Cruella, If it's not, and they don't see a good theater rating or number rating, I guess, in theaters. I wouldn't be surprised if sometime in March you hear, no, we're going to put Cruella also on Disney Plus at the same time, and you have a choice to go to theater or just watch it at home.
Yeah, and then it all comes down to, are they going to do a surcharge again?
Yeah. I know they're doing that with the Raya and the Last Dragon, or are they going to do like what they did with Soul and just put it on Disney Plus free?
I hate to say it, but, I have Disney Plus. If, it comes with an extra cost, I'm not doing it.
No.
So it's like, I don't know. As soon as you make something so easily accessible, like how HBO Max is doing with their just like, oh, it's, if you buy HBO Max, it's free on there, or you can go to the movie theater if you want the experience. And
But I think you're right, but I think the difference is right now is like Warner Brothers, the movies that they're putting out in HBO Max and theaters, you kind of do want to go to the theater. Like a King Kong, Godzilla, Mortal Kombat, The Matrix.
Yeah.
Those are theater, in my opinion. Those aren't little watch them at home. Now, this, Cruella, yeah, I can watch it at home. I've seen 101 Dalmatians, the 90s version.
Right.
So it's not going to be a big action film. There might be a little bit of action, but not like a Mortal Kombat or a Godzilla.
Right.
Or a Matrix. So, we'll see what happens.
And always remember to like, comment, subscribe wherever you are. The podcast is available wherever you want to get your podcast. If we are not there, let us know, and we will get there. Remember to like our Facebook page, Attack Bat Productions. Thanks for listening, everyone.